Hi, I'm Kimberly Shapcott, qualified chartered accountant, property investor and entrepreneur, plus director at Believe Property Limited. Let me share with you our project today. Welcome back to the house. Now, as you can see here, not an awful lot has changed really in the hallway, apart from we've got obviously all our health and safety things, and really it's just been sitting here. And as you can see, we have got the roof stripped out as we had last time. So let's take a stroll into what is going to be our bedrooms downstairs. And let's go into bedroom 1, where we had that doorway that we introduced last time. And as we can see, we've got some of the stud work up. So the room itself has not had an awful lot happen to it. We've had a few bits of things to see how it fits together. But the key change here is that we've got our stud work in for our ensuite, and it's starting to look how we're going to kind of be laying out the room. And that's been put in ready to give us that space for us to see how we get that sorted. And we've also got the wall coming together between the two rooms. Looking back now, we've got the floor protected, so we have protected that Minton floor, especially now we're doing some of the heavier building works, and we've got some heavy materials that are going to be coming into the property very shortly for the conversion. Now into bedroom 2, we've again got the ensuite stud work set up and lined up, so this is really starting to get things moving. So let's have a look outside and see what's happening with the extension, as we're at the stage now where we're actually getting the foundations set up. So as you can see here, everything has been dug out, and we've got a few redundant pipes that we've got to deal with and a few electric cables, but nothing too major. The main thing that we've had the issues with in this area has been definitely the ground, and anyone who's built any sort of extension will note that the ground is crucial. You want good ground. We have not got good ground. So we've had to go for some piling foundation, which I'll show you in a second if you're not quite sure what that means. And the other thing that we had to take care of was next door have an extension, and they have a raft extension. And unfortunately that raft extension has extended onto our boundary. So we've had to take this into consideration when we've actually put everything together. So check out the piling foundation and see how that actually works. And what we're having to do is probably a little more expensive than we would have liked, but this is the safest way to get our extension up. So let's move back into the house, and here again you can see the stud work for the ensuite in bedroom 2. And we can move on back into the hallway and work our way through into the kitchen, which has the floor protected now because we don't want to be damaging the tiles, and really we can now see the full extent of all the cabling on the ceiling to see what we need to do. And unfortunately we are going to probably have to do a little more electrical work than we would have liked. But again, we need to make sure it's safe, and we need to get things set up in the right locations. And out here you can see where the extension is going to be built, so it's quite a considerable amount of space that we're going to be adding to the property. So let us move on and keep going to the upstairs and see what's been going off up here. As we've had a few things happen, as we are getting everything prepared to do some of the major works on the upper floors. So into bedroom 4, and apart from we've got the bits that are going to be done in here, nothing has greatly changed in this space, as we're just in the process of doing some other works around the house at this stage of the build. As you can see here, we've got the bathroom, which is also being used as facilities for the build team, really to help kind of keep them all sorted and safe. Now let's move back out to this area where we had the wall before, and you can now see we no longer have a wall, we just have the stud work. So to create the space and the walkways that we needed, we did have to move the wall, unfortunately. So an additional cost, but an additional cost we did have to bring in to make sure that the space in the rooms and the landings and that sort of volume of space was correct. So the stud work is all in place and everything is now supported, and the stud work, as you can see through the door there, the ensuite space is also starting to come together. And this will create a really lovely space in this bedroom, which is not eating into that space for the bedroom, to make sure that we've got the right square footage for the bedroom as well as the facilities for that room. So let us head back out and we'll go through to room 6, which is going to be a studio room. So it is a slightly larger room that we have got here. Now, these are the stairs that we're going to be taking out. So these are ones that the previous owner had built in himself to get access to the roof space. As we're going to be using the top floor as a proper bedroom space, we are going to have to put a new set of stairs and have it properly fitted. Now here we are in room 6, and this one we've got quite a large area. It's going to be a really nice space. We've got the kitchenette going in along there, and we've then got the ensuite here to give them arguably nearly everything except probably a washer dryer being the only thing that will not be provided in this space. So let us move upstairs and up the stairway, and these stairs are going to be replaced, and we are going to be having a new set of stairs which are up to building regs installed, and we're going to be putting our firewall in at the top here to split between the properties to give appropriate protections that we need to put in. But apart from that, up here not an awful lot has been happening at this point in time. We've been doing certain bits like looking at what we need to put in place, rebuild walls, look at things like what the steels are going to be that are needed for the extension for the dormer on the top floor, and the rest of it is very similar to what we saw last time, and it's really starting to get everything moving from this area. This wall, as you can see there across the top, it has started having some of the rebuild done, but it's still working through. We're not quite there yet, and we're going to be putting steel in, so we've had to put some engineering bricks in on this level to make it safe for the installation of the steel, which will be going in to allow us to put the dormer in. Thanks for joining me for the tour today. Check out our other HMO videos about how this project has gone and what has been happening. Let me know your experiences of HMO conversions, and please do leave any questions you may have. Please like and subscribe to the channel for more videos on this project and also on property, accountancy and tax topics. Let's make tax less taxing and enjoy your property investing adventures. Let's make tax less taxing.